Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm happy to be back talking to you guys. I have some insight that I wanted to share with you guys that I've gotten. I hope you guys enjoy this format. You won't be seeing my face, so this is just a voice recording. And in this recording, I'm going to talk about my worldview on what's been going on in the world for the past year or so, as well as I gotten some insight that I did for the North Node, Taurus, South Node, Scorpio transit that's happening next year in 2022. I did a little tarot reading, so I wanted to share that with you guys. And yeah, so let's get into this. So for my worldview, I'm not going to talk about the mundane, detailed aspects of what's been going on. I don't want to talk about that. I think we all know what's going on. I just wanted to give the spiritual perspective, the more higher perspective on like why everything is taking place in the world as it is. So let's talk about it. So my first thought on my worldview is that I believe that the earth is cleansing itself. You know, there's just been a lot of toxicity that breeds on this earth that we live on, mainly from our social structures and whatnot. You know, just a very toxic energy that breeds on this earth that we've brought about over time. So, you know, this is why all these natural disasters are happening. This is why we're fighting with each other. This is why a lot of people are dying. A whole bunch of things are just happening on Earth right now. And it's all because the Earth is cleansing itself. All right? So, you know, the Earth is kind of sick of all the toxicity. Because people have to think, like, the Earth is a being in and of itself. It's a living, breathing being just as ourselves. And, you know, just like how we try to exercise and eat healthy and diet to rid ourselves of toxins. And even just energetically, you know, we try to rid ourselves of like toxic people in our space. Sorry, a plane is passing by. Just as we try to rid ourselves of toxic people in our space, this is what the earth is doing itself to us and whatever other toxins that are residing on earth. So, you know, the earth is a being in and of itself. So the earth is going through a big physical clearing, a big energetic clearing, most definitely. Definitely energetically. Actually, the energy on the earth is rising to where we're going through a big collective conscious clearing and evolution, actually. You know, so this is another reason why a lot of the old things are dying on this earth, whether it's physical and energetic. You know, and this goes back to what I was saying about how there's just a lot of natural disasters, you know, because the earth is ridding itself of old things. And also just with people, a lot of people are dying because a lot of people can't handle the increase of frequency on this earth because we're going in a new earth. Basically, this is what people have been talking about this new earth. It's going to look new physically, but it's most definitely going to feel new. Another thing that I've noticed, not only myself, but, you know, just with other people, but definitely myself, is, you know, I've just been feeling very disconnected from things that reside on this earth. Like, you know, just kind of just the worldly pleasures, quote unquote. And I just feel like we've all been disconnected from nature because we're so hyper-focused on... Sorry, another plane is going by. Sorry, y'all, I'm at the park, so I'm outside in nature. But, I feel like we've all been disconnected from nature because, we're so hyper focused on this material world as far as like the materialism of our society, with the technology and all that stuff, to where it's like we're very much so disconnected from nature, to where it's like we're very much so out of touch with ourselves and just the earth itself. But as for me personally, I've just been feeling very disconnected, but not in the way to where I'm like hyper focused on like social media or like technology. I actually deleted all my social media. So, because I know I usually leave my Instagram in the description box of all my videos. So if any of you guys tried to like look for me on Instagram, I deleted it. But that's besides the point. So, yes, I've been feeling disconnected simply because, I've just been wanting to get back into nature. I've been getting more in tune with myself to where I just don't have an interest in any of like, the hyper focus on technology and social media. I just don't want to be a part of it. I just want to get back to being, I want to, sorry, all these planes are passing by. But I just want to get connected back into nature and just get connected in general with people. I'm tired of like the meeting of the minds on the internet. It just stays on the internet. Like, no, I want to meet people in person. So, that's just how I've been feeling, just very disconnected. Like, I just feel like things just feel very mundane and just very, it just lacks richness. And I feel like that's because, a lot of the Earth's frequency has been suppressed by, all of our technology, especially with the technology. The technology that we've created, it really affects all the frequency that's on this Earth. You know what I'm saying? It really fucks with the frequency to where it really lowers the frequency to where we're just too dense and we're just too much in this reality to where, I feel like Earth just lost its divineness and its richness. You know what I'm saying? So, hang on just a second. I wrote down like a whole bunch of notes to share with you guys so I wouldn't like lose my thoughts. So, because I got a lot of insight and I had to like write it down. So, a big insight that I got about like what's going on in the world is that I feel like, how there's so much shit talk about my generation, the millennial generation, and even the generation after me, how, the older generation, they kind of view us as like destructive and like spoiled and all this stuff. Well, that may be true in some cases, maybe. But I will say one thing is for sure, though, is that my generation, the millennial generation, the Pluto and Scorpio generation, as well as the Gen Z generation, the Pluto and Sag generation, I just realized like there's like a reoccurring social issues that are resurfacing that's happened in the past, like many, many years ago. I feel like we're reliving the civil rights movement, most definitely, because I just feel like we're in very revolutionary times. And I will say one thing about the millennial generation and even the Pluto and Sagittarius generation, the Gen Z generation, is that we have a lot of Uranian, Neptunian, obviously Plutonian, and all these kind of energies that represent change and kind of extending beyond these structures that have been put in place in the past. But I just feel like a lot of past social issues and eras are resurfacing, and I feel like this is happening because I feel like a lot of these past situations are resurfacing so the millennial generation and the Gen Z generation can. Alright, so I feel like a lot of these past social issues are resurfacing. So the millennial generation and even the Gen Z generation and the generations after that can finally put these things to rest, because I feel like there have been a lot of past social issues that have happened and I don't think they've been addressed correctly. So I feel like we're here to do different things. I feel like the millennials, the Pluto and Scorpio generation, and I feel like this is even going to be more so because the South Node is going to be crossing over our Plutos next year. Pluto and Scorpio when the South Node goes into Scorpio. So I feel like the Pluto and Scorpio generation, I feel like we're here to really transform and put to rest a lot of energetic traumas, energetic wounds that have been put in the collective on our ancestors, energy that has been lost, such as like power that have been lost and laying dormant, whether it's from our ancestors or just within the collective in general. I feel like that's what the millennials are here to do. As for the Pluto and Sag generation, I feel like they're here to really put to rest any like old social issues or like old belief systems, perceptions, of the collective and even like from the past, that really has affected us psychologically. I feel like both generations are here to heal a lot of psychological wounds, whether it's your beliefs, whether it's, deep psychological issues, that really affect your DNA and your energy. It really goes that deep, and this is what we're here to do. We're here to heal that and put an end to that. So that's what I feel that my generation and the generation after mine is here to do. But yeah, so let's get into this North Node in Taurus energy, South Node and Scorpio energy. So the cards that I got for the North Node in Taurus is I got the Six of Pentacles, the Lovers, Nine of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, Three of Cups, King of Cups, and the Ace of Wands. So I feel like this is very North Node in Taurus, simply because, this energy is very earthy, very watery, which Taurus is an earth sign, and I feel like this is bringing back the richness of the earth. These cards show how the earth will be healed and renourished. You know what I'm saying? From, a lot of old values that, I can't speak. Mercury retrograde is fucking me up. But a lot of old values of the world is going to be changing next year. To where we're not going to have an overvalue in, just materialism and things that just really take us away from nature. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we'll appreciate the beauty of reality and the earth that we live on and the things that have already been here, but there's not going to be a hyper focus on it, to where it takes away the rich. Because listen, this earth is centered around energy, all of it, from the trees, the plants, the animals, all of it. And, with us being disconnected, you know what I'm saying, and with us kind of like essentially destroying the earth, it really takes away value from the earth, and the value is going to be restored back in the earth, when we connect with each other, when we support each other, when, we connect back into nature, like, in ancient times with like how the Indians and the indigenous did, you know what I'm saying, really just intensify the frequency of the earth. We all play a part. that's what I feel with the North Node in Taurus. There's going to be more love and support in the world, there's going to be more love for each other. To where, there's not going to really be much of that ugliness that kind of resides here amongst each other. I just feel like there's just a lot of ugliness in the world. And I feel like we're going to be surpassing all of that, to where we're going to be connecting with our tribes and just connecting with each other in general. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like we've lost connection due to the technology and the social media, and we're going to want to get back connected to each other, And I feel like we're going to realize the importance of this when they start putting more pressure on us to separate, because that's what they want. That's what the elites want. They want us to separate. You know what I'm saying? Because they know once we all come together, it's over for the elites. And this is why they're doing all this reverse psychology and all this power and control stuff to keep us apart, because they know once we all come together as one, that's when we're powerful. We're also going to be reclaiming energy that has been lost from karmic debts that we had to pay. A lot of things that we've intertwined our energy into that we had no business mingling our energy into. And due to the fact that we lost our power in a lot of degrading and, a lot of degrading situations in many ways, shape, or form, to where, we're going to be getting that back, whether it's from, jobs that we've settled in, or like certain relationships that we've found ourselves in that kind of just take away our energy and just kind of drain us of our energy. We're going to be getting that energy back. Okay? So a lot of karmic debt is going to be paid. And also there's going to be an abundance of creative energy. So, and I feel like that really stems from the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands energy coming up in this tarot reading that I did, it really represents how the creative energy is going to be restored, because when we get back into nature, we're going to be in tune with spirit, and that's where you find all the creativity. That's where we find our power. Our power is in our sexual energy. The sexual energy is the creative energy. So, once we get our power back, a lot of new things are going to be created, not only for this earth, but our society, and then also for ourselves. So it's going to be a beautiful thing. So let's get into the South Node in Scorpio. I also pulled cards for that. And the cards that I got were the Ten of Wands, the Two of Cups, the Eight of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, Nine of Swords, Four of Swords, and the Death card. So I feel like the South Node in Scorpio, as I was saying earlier, is going to bring up a lot of like psychological issues of people, because this is the Swords energy. So a lot of deep psychological issues and traumas are going to resurface, whether it's collectively or even on a personal level. So everybody's skeletons are going to be falling out the closet. Skeletons are going to be falling out the closet. Collectively, with the elites, what's going on the world stage, a lot more stuff is going to be exposed. And even in our personal lives, wherever the South Node in Scorpio is transiting for you in your chart, you're going to see all your skeletons come out the closet. Okay? And it's going to be time for us to really address these issues and put a rest to these issues. Really transform them completely to where they're no longer in that Scorpio. Once things transform with Scorpio, there's no going back. That's it. So a lot of these Scorpio eclipses that are happening next year, are going to really clear out a lot of old, long overdue energy, that has been causing us a lot of pain, a lot of trauma in the collective, which is why our world is fucked up, which is why there's so much toxicity in this world, energetically. And we're going to start seeing that, and then I feel like the elites are going to be going harder with the reverse psychology. And I feel like You know, this year in 2021, with the North Node being in Gemini and the South Node being in Sag, you know, it's been a warfare against your beliefs, perceptions, and opinions. But next year, when the North Node goes into Taurus, the South Node goes into Scorpio, it's going to be warfare on energy. Reclaiming your energy and reclaiming your power that is owed to you. That is yours. People that have been stealing your energy, whether it's the leechs, whether it's toxic people in your life, toxic situations, we're going to be taking our power back to where we fighting for real for our energy. You know, so it's going to be a very survival of the fittest kind of energy next year, to where it's like, if you don't have your energy, you don't have shit, period. Because your energy is everything. Your energy is valuable, okay? And that's not to be played with, especially for somebody else's benefit. So we're going to be fighting for real over energy, period. Like I was saying earlier, there's going to be more deaths in the world, whether it's in a literal sense or even in a figurative sense, you know, to where there's going to be a lot of transformation going on, a lot of rebirthing, a lot of transformation in all of our lives. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be very intense, y'all, to where, you know, a lot of people aren't going to be able to handle it. Because a lot of people got a lot of deep inner demons that they haven't been working on. And it's going to be coming out to face them. And they're going to have to face it. And it's either you going to fold or you're going to rise up to the challenge. And you're going to fight your demons and you're going to slay it. And I feel like I was saying about paying back karmic debts. So I feel like there's going to be a big release of like burdening energy that we've been enduring for so long, all of us, in different aspects of our life. And I feel like a lot of it is relationships, whether it be business, whether it be friends, whether it be romantic, specifically romantic. Because the South Node in Scorpio is going to help people realize the importance of your sexual energy. And if you guys haven't seen that video by me that I made last year about understanding the power of your Mars or your sexual energy, is very powerful. You know, you can't be mixing and mingling with people that you have no business mixing and mingling with, y'all. So this trend of casual sex is going to be over, to where people are going to be very, very discerning with their energy. People are going to be like taking sex a lot more serious. You know what I'm saying? People are going to really understand the seriousness of merging your energy and what kind of karmic situations you could get yourself into if you're not careful of who you're sexually merging with. It's important to really be careful of where you're mixing and mingling your energy. So people who like to do this casual sex shit, there's going to be harsh consequences for you when the South Node goes into Scorpio. So keep playing. People are going to realize the power of their sexual energy, and they're going to be utilizing it more effectively and productively. So we're just going to be valuing our energy more. We're going to be reclaiming our power, stepping into our power, especially the Pluto and Scorpio generation. Let's stand up. Let's take over. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be our year to really find our power and reclaim our power back, to really do the big work that's needed to be done in this upcoming year. So I'm very excited for the Pluto and Scorpio generation in 2022. And, you know, people will value spirituality and connection more. You know, people are going to get tired of the surface level shit. You know what I'm saying? And I know on the dark sides, Taurus is known to be surface level and Scorpio is known to be more deep. But, you know, it's about balancing both sides. So I feel like we're going to be valuing connectivity and spirituality. You know what I'm saying? So I see a lot of people's psychic abilities increasing. And I feel like that's something to really take away from this South Node and Scorpio energy, is to really increase your psychic awareness, to really start cutting through the bullshit. Because like I said, the elites are going to be going harder with their reverse psychology and their little games. We're going to start having to cut through the bullshit in a we're going to have to start cutting through the bullshit, even in our personal lives as well, to where it's like, you're going to start seeing who the enemy is. You're going to start seeing demonic spirits. You're going to start seeing a whole bunch of stuff. And I don't mean demonic spirits and how they portrayed it in the movies. I mean, you're going to start seeing people in a certain way it's going to be scary, because a lot of masks are going to be coming off, literally. Because I feel like, this is how I feel personally. I feel like living in this world, it's like we're living in like a masquerade party. And when the South Node goes into Scorpio, nobody could be hiding behind the mask. The masks are going to be coming off. The masks are going to be all the way the fuck off. So it's going to get crazy, y'all. And yeah. So these are my little insights that I got for the North Node Taurus, South Node in Scorpio energy for next year, you know, just to give you guys a little look into what's going to come or what could come. Because like I said, this is just a prediction. We don't know how things are going to actually play out. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here, talk to you guys. It's been a minute and I missed you guys, but I'm here and I'm back. If you guys have any questions or you want to support the channel, please like, comment, and subscribe. Also, just an update, I want to let you guys know that I sell readings now. So if you guys want to book a reading with me and you want to support me, I have an Etsy website now to where you can find all my readings. My Etsy name is cosmicstartastrology.com on Etsy. I'll leave the link in the description box. And thank you guys for listening, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.